All right, I guess I should address this right away. Last time you guys heard anything about Jasmine, I said I was selling the Civic. I was, and I did try, and I posted it online. It was something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to sell it, but it made sense for me to sell it. So I posted it online for what I don't even know what it would be worth. I just posted it. Problem kind of came where a lot of you guys knew about this car, and a lot of you guys were messaging me, but you didn't actually want to buy it. People just wanted to come here and like take photos and like say they drove it type thing, you know what I mean? So it was extremely hard for me to sell because not one person was really serious about it. You might have been, but you didn't seem serious about it. Most people kind of gave me the impression or straight up told me that they just wanted to come here and take a photo with it and just say they drove it, and like that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't have time to do that. Moral of the story is it was super hard to sell, and I already didn't want to sell it. Like, you guys know I love this car more than I should for a Civic, and it was really hard for me to even post. So I tried, it didn't work. I wish I could say I'm mad about it, but there's actually a little bit of me that's like relieved it didn't sell, because I would have just gone and got it back in like 6 months anyways when I had more money. I'm just super thankful it didn't work out. I also just want to say, excuse any noise that you guys are hearing. Coming up on a nicer weather now, we're gonna be having this door open a lot, and the guys across, they randomly make noise. They'll make noise for like 20 minutes and they'll just go silent. So I can't predict it, and I can't just wait for them to be done. So I'm sorry if you guys hear a little bit of noise in the background. But I guess that leads me to the second thing, which is, since I still have this beautiful hunk of poo, I don't have a truck. And that was the whole idea, was to find one. So I'm just trying to come up with other ways. I'm just working as hard as I can, trying to make content, trying to do whatever I can. Everybody that joins as members, it literally says right on there that you guys joining as members, which you can do right from like the YouTube page. That just helps support the channel. Like, everything that I make from this, everything you guys give me goes right back into the channel. And I'm even thinking of like maybe going to find something on like Copart. Like, when we got the Genesis, we could have got like a truck for really cheap, rebuilt it for really cheap, and then stopped. You know, like, we're modding the Genesis, but we could have just stopped and had an overall cheap build. And that's something that maybe you guys could even think of too. Like, if you guys need a cheap car, or you guys need like a cheap platform for like literally just a cheap first car that you just want to fix, rebuild, just a project you want to get into something like Genesis, where we're turning that into a track car. Copart has a huge variety that you guys can go on there and check out. I really encourage you guys to register as Copart members. Go down in the description, there's a link that you guys can click, go on there and just register. Once you get registered, you can kind of like join in on auctions. You don't have to bid, you don't have to do anything, but you can join in on there and just get a feel for it, and then like, who knows, maybe you'll find something you want to bid on. Who really knows? I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Copart for sponsoring today's video. They help make everything we do here possible as well, so check them out, links in the description. I'm actually on vacation right now. I actually left for Cuba. Like, these two videos, this one and the one where I explain the 240, are going out the week where I'm gone. So I'm just trying to get out a little bit of content for you guys to have while I'm gone, and something that I've always wanted to do with the Civic is kind of compare the blow-off valve to the flutter, because this car, when we boosted it, it came with like a surge setup. It's not meant to run a blow-off valve. This car, the CX Racing Turbo Kit that's still on there and still alive, is meant to run a blow-off valve. But right now, if you guys remember, the wastegate's blown. So the well, it's not blown, it's got a slight leak. So it's on a very conservative tune, and I figure right now is like the best time to try what I want to try. So I know a lot of people right away are going to say that, you know, Surge is going to kill the turbo, and I just want you to know, I'm acknowledging right now, it does shorten the life of your turbo. I've acknowledged it. I'm actually going to link another video down below for you guys to check out and just learn how the Surge works, in case you don't understand like what the difference between the Surge and the blow-off valve is. There's a video you guys can go and check it out. So right now, like I said, we have a conservative tune, which is actually only like 7 pounds of boost. So sure, it might shorten the length of the turbo, but for us to mess around, I feel like lower boost is the best time to do that. I guess first off, let me just show you guys what we're working with. Can't go wrong with a little test drive. Right now, it's kind of weird. It does like a flutter and then a blow off kind of at the same time, just because the wastegate sort of sucks. Hopefully you guys can hear it good on camera. It's like a little flutter and then like a squeaky ass door. I hate leaving my camera on the side of the road like that. I have absolutely no fear of anyone stealing it. My fear is that someone's not gonna see it and they're gonna try and like pull over on the shoulder like I do to come get it. They're gonna like pull over and just spank it. You guys can hear that better. I'm not gonna do like full pulls because when I do full pulls, all you hear is wastegate, just because of the way I have it set up. The wastegate coming out of the hood does not, on camera, dude, I need my shades. On camera, it's just no bueno. Something you can't do is get rid of this little nub. I mean, you can, but right now I'm not going to, just because like we said, we're gonna try it out. I wanna see how it sounds because I don't know how this turbo is gonna sound with this setup when it flutters. I might actually hate it, but there's a couple ways to do this. Obviously, one is you could just get like a pipe without this bung on it. You could just cut this off, weld over it. Whatever you wanna do, that's up to you. What I'm gonna do is take this gasket off here. This might be like the janky way to do it, but it's the way I'm gonna do it for now to make sure that we like it before we set ourselves into get ourselves into a position where we can't get out of it, you know? Looks like we might just have to use this big old sheet. I was looking for something a little smaller, but I guess this will do. This is literally hood vent, where Brad cut his hood vent out of. Go. This is probably the ugliest thing, but that's okay because today is about us having fun and not about perfection. You just put this where the blow-off valve would go. It's like a nice little plate and it'll block off any of the air that should be coming out of the blow-off valve. I'm not the one to explain it to you guys. You guys should watch that video if you don't understand, but I'm having a good day. Days like this kind of remind me of like when I first started the channel, and it was just like small little things that we were doing because that's all we could afford. And it's hella fun to just be outside and just be filming just for fun and not have to have a purpose, not have to get a part installed, not have to please somebody. Since this metal isn't the thickest, I'm gonna just put the blow-off valve on over top just to make sure that it doesn't, you know, warp or come away. This should be sufficient. This car's known not to really like to boost until it's under load, but road test. That's so weird. It's so like gentle and harmless. Emerson's was like his had like this weird little pop. It'd be like, boo, 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 boo. This one's just like, it's weird. It sounds funny. Also, excuse all this stuff rattling. This like the solid motor mounts literally make everything come out of my car. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're leaving this. This is good. But I can say that like with confidence, this sounds 10 times better. It's a little weird when you're like not under boost, how it does like a little bit of like a baby flutter. It doesn't do it so aggressive, but when you like are on it and then you let off and it's got the little, that's what I was going for, and I think it sounds really good. So I don't want to mess with this thing too much more. Like you guys know, when we get home, I'm gonna do BRZ stuff and truck stuff big time. But I didn't want to start anything today before I leave and then like leave a half mess everywhere and get into things that I couldn't finish because there's just no time. And Jasmine, you have a new personality now, and I'm excited about it. So before this video ends, I did post on Instagram and I asked you guys if there was things you wanted to know. Can't take my steering wheel off with one hand. Now, I'm not a big this is not the car for this. I don't do Q&As a whole lot. I don't really find them entertaining. That's why I don't like to do them. Like, I don't want to bore you guys. But I do like answering questions that you guys have, because I know a lot of times I'll say something and then it kind of gets lost in the videos and I never really come back to it. And I know you guys have questions that do need answering. So I'm just gonna take a minute here. First question. Hey bro, what's your favorite color? Oh wait. Do you ever feel super lazy working on a car but you have to push out a video? Of course. That's days like today. Like a lot of times I'll get roasted and be like, Robbie, that wasn't even content. You didn't even do anything. It's like, you know when you go to your day job every day and you don't want to work sometimes? I don't want to work sometimes too, but I don't want to let you guys down. So I do something that I think is fun. Like today I had fun. Versus I could have like welded up a bash bar for the Genesis, but like that's a lot of work, and today I didn't really have the time and I didn't really have the patience for that. So like, yeah, of course, everybody gets those days. How do you stay motivated and committed? For my very first job, I never really got along with my boss because I always thought like, hey, I have a good way to do something, but it didn't matter because I was irrelevant. And now that I have my own good way to do stuff, I can do it myself, and I think that's what drives me to not ever mess it up and to just keep going with it, is because like I don't want to get to a point in my life where I regret not having tried harder. You know what I mean? I don't want to be old and be like, I could have done YouTube, but I didn't really try. I want to be like, I did it and it was cool. What's going on with Jasmine? We kind of dealt with that today. Are you selling the Civic? We kind of dealt with that today. When are you going to work on the Dime? When I get home, I'm planning on getting the BRZ on the road, and then it'll be like Genesis, Dime, flip-flop, back and forth. Let's get some stay committed stickers and banners instead of committed crew. Is that something you guys want? What is your least favorite thing in the warehouse? It echoes a lot, and I have tried a million things. I can't get rid of it. Do you ever plan on moving back to Toronto? There's a lot of people that are gonna want me to say yes to this. I don't really plan much. I moved out here for fun. I literally moved to BC for fun and because I didn't really like the snow. But then I moved out here and it wasn't really the snow, it was just like the cold. And I moved out here and like it's warmer, but it rains so much. It's like disgusting. And I don't like that either. And I know that sounds, oh, that's picky, but like, there's people who think that where they live is where they live and that's just the way life is, but they don't understand there's a whole world out there and you can go wherever you want. You can literally do whatever you want. So I understand that I have options, and I'm not trying to complain, but like, I know that I can go somewhere better where the weather's better, and you know what I mean? Like if I want to move to California next week, I have full capabilities to do that. It's gonna cost money, yeah. Am I gonna be by myself? Maybe, but you know what I mean? Like I understand that I can do that. So it doesn't really bother me to think about moving places. I don't know if I'll go back to Toronto. I don't know if I'm gonna stay here. 300ZX or 350Z? That's tough. I love a 300ZX, but 350Zs are a good car. How old were you when you moved? I would have just turned 20 or 21. Everybody always asking what made me fall in love with cars. Why do I like cars? I was born this way. I don't know. That's my mom. I would like play with Hot Wheels since I came out of the womb. When you come to LA, when you come to SoCal, when you come to Cali, all these questions, this summer I hope, I'm not saying anything until it's verified, but I'm pretty close to verifying it. Go on the website and there's like a Meet Us tab. That tab will be updated as we learn stuff. So every time you want to check, just check there and see if we've added a date. I gotta go home, I gotta get some stuff edited. My mic is chilling over here on my dash in this little thing that my brother 3D printed me. Because when I used to go to school and work, I would put my GoPro on the windshield and then put this guy here with my mic in it, and I would film videos on my way to and from work with my mic there and just driving. They are quite cringy, so I don't recommend anybody go back and watch them, but they are my OG videos, so they are there for you guys to see. I'm gonna catch back up with you guys when I get home, and like I said, my plans for when I get home, I just wanna get this thing dialed in so I can drive it, because there's no words to tell you how much I miss this car. It's been my daily driver for like 3 years until the last couple months. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and stay committed.